Good morning po.
Morning.
Welcome po sa DPWH Sorsogon 2nd, Barangay Payawin, Gubat, Sorsogon. Today is July 14, 2026. Scheduled for today's opening of bids is for the contracts. For INFRA po, we have 26FL0043, construction, completion of public water supply system, Barangay Recto, Bulan, Sorsogon, Barangay Recto, Bulan, Sorsogon. And for goods, 25GFL0055, supply and delivery of various toner, Ricoh Gestener Brand, for copiers, printers used at the DPWH Sorsogon 2nd DO, second quarter FY 2026, Barangay Payawin, Gubat, Sorsogon. And for consulting services po, 25CSFL 01, consulting services for the conduct of geological and geotechnical investigation for FY 2026 infrastructure projects, Sorsogon 2nd District Engineering Office, Sorsogon 2nd District Congressional District, 2nd Congressional District. Present here today for today's opening of bids are the following: Joanna C. Calagos, Back Chairman.
Present.
Levi D. Pura Jr., Back Vice Chairman.
Present.
Lea E. Fontanares, Back Member. David B. Almilla, TWG, present po. Jessalo R. Almilla, Back Member. Glenn L. Inicio, Back Secretariat. Christian D. Austria, IT. Nathaniel B. Alegre, Back Secretariat. Ariel B. Pancho, Back Secretariat. Rebecca H. Elmino, Back Secretariat. Rebecca D. Labanan, Back Secretariat. Rubian Piao, Back Secretariat. Marcel D. Isico, Back Secretariat. Madam Chair, for today's opening of bids, meron na po tayong form.
Okay, since the forum was declared, this opening of bids is now called to order.
Infra. Madam Chair, unahin po natin ang infra for 26FL0043, construction, completion of public water supply system, Barangay Recto, Bulan, Sorsogon. Location, Barangay Recto, Bulan, Sorsogon. Approved budget for the contract is 2,970,000 pesos only, with a contract duration of 62 calendar days. Madam Chair, for this contract po, this back office, 0 bids through our electronic submission bids and 1 bid po through our manual submission bids. May request the back secretary to please redeem the bids from the bidders. Madam Chair, ito po ang bid from Jens Construction, Ilawud, Kamalig, Albay. Properly labeled, sealed, and signed. I request the back secretariat to please open the bids. Madam Chair, proceed na po tayo sa opening ng eligibility and technical documents. While we're opening the technical documents, may request the back secretariat to please simultaneously process their eligibility through our civil work application. Bidder Jens Construction for 26FL0043. Will get certificate of registration valid until December 15, 2026. Bid securing declaration, signed and notarized. Organizational chart for the contract, signed. List of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract, signed. With letter of nominee for key personnel and key personnel certificate of employment, signed and notarized. Their nominated accredited project engineer is Chuck Yanik Calibo. The nominated accredited materials engineer is Engineer Sarina May A. Rayonico. List of contractors major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, signed. With attached proof of ownership of equipment. Included na rin po ang laboratory equipments. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, signed and notarized. Omnibus sworn statement, signed and notarized. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed. With attached proof, notice of award. Statement of single largest completed contract similar to the contract we bid, signed with attached proof. NFCC with NFCC of 235,133,205 pesos and 49 centavos, signed, sufficient po. Audited financial statements, affidavit of site inspection, pickup license, tax clearance, business permit, DPI. Madam Chair, I have here with me the results of eligibility process to our civil work application. And upon careful evaluation, Madam Chair, it was found that Jens Construction is eligible for the contract, 26 FN 022.
Okay, Madam Chair, as Jens Construction passed the eligibility and technical requirements, I move to proceed that we open the financial proposal.
Okay, please proceed. Okay, please proceed po.
Financial components, Jens Construction. Bid form, summary bid prices, bid of quantities, detailed estimate, summary of unit prices, cash flow, bid amount, 2,935,836 pesos and 47 centavos. Yan, wala pong discount offer. Goods. Madam Chair, sunod po natin contract for today is for goods naman po, 25 GFL 0055 with contract name supply and delivery of various toner, Ricoh Gestener Brand for supply for copiers, printers used at the DPWH Sorsogon second DO, second quarter FY 2026, Barangay Payawin, Gubat, Sorsogon. Location, Barangay Payawin, Gubat, Sorsogon. Approved budget for the contract is 1,661,196 pesos and 80 centavos. With a contract duration of 30 calendar days. Madam Chair, for this contract po, we have one bidder, Philippine Duplicators. I request the back secretary to please retrieve the bid from the bid box. Madam Chair, ito po ang kanilang bid, properly labeled, sealed, and signed. Please open po. Back sec. Compression. Chair, proceed na po tayo sa opening ng eligibility and technical documents. Okay na po ba checklist natin for goods? SEC registration. With attached articles of incorporation po. PhilJEP Certificate of Registration valid until June 5, 2027. Mayor's Permit. City of Paranaque. Valid until December 31, 2026. May Mayor's Permit pa po, Legazpi City, valid until December 31, 2026. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, none signed. Statement of single largest completed contract which are similar in nature. Meron po siyang DPWH First District Engineering Office, Ginlahon, Sorsogon, supply and delivery of copier color toner. Contract amount is 1,835,585 pesos and 92 centavos. Date completed June 4, 2024, with attached proof, sales invoice, collection receipt, contract agreement, so sufficient work experience, GIS, JSC, Philippines Securities and Exchange Commission. Date received May 11, 2026. Audited financial statement. Annual income tax return filed April 30, 2026. Tax clearance valid until January 26, 2027. NFCC with an NFCC of 1,504,096,950. Sufficient NFCC. Bid securing declaration signed and notarized. Technical specifications proposal, comply, signed. Schedule of requirements, 30 calendar days, signed. Production delivery schedule, signed. Manpower service requirement, signed. After sales warranty, signed. Warranty certificate, signed. Brochures. Omnibus sworn statement, signed and notarized. Authority of signatory through secretary certificate, signed and notarized. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, signed and notarized. GIS. Filed May 11, 2026.
Madam Chair, as Philippine Applicators Incorporated has the eligibility and technical requirements, I move that we proceed to open the financial proposal.
Ito po, so please proceed to the opening of the financial.
Financial proposal, Philippine Duplicators, bid form, price scheduled offers for within the Philippines, signed, bid amount, $1,660,625 pesos only. NA, wala pong discount. Okay. Next contract po. Madam Chair, proceed na po tayo sa 25 CSFL 01 Consulting Services for the conduct of geotechnical and Geologic and Geotechnical investigation for FY 2026 infrastructure project, Sorsogon 2nd DO, Sorsogon 2nd Congressional District, with an approved budget for the contract of 6,709,899 pesos and 70 centavos. Only with the contract duration 27 calendar days, with a contract duration of 38 calendar days. Madam Chair, since consulting services po to, we'll open po muna yung technical, and after opening po ng technical, we will evaluate and see if the suppliers pass the requirement of a minimum rating, technical rating of 75 points. If we pass the 75 points po, Then we will proceed with the opening of the financial proposal. Madam Chair, for this project po, for this contract, this back office po received 6 bids and evaluated and continued to the evaluation of shortlisting po pala na shortlisting of 6 prospective suppliers. May request the back secretariat to please retrieve na po yung bids from the bidders. RS Madam Chair, ito po ang bids from our 6 shortlisted suppliers, consulting services. May request sa back secretariat to please open po yung bids. While they're opening the bids, I will read out the names of the suppliers for consulting services. First, we have EV Soil Drilling and Geotechnical Engineering Services. Second, Mateo Administrative Office Services. Third, RS Hardin and Associates. Fourth, Terms Concrete Testing. 5, we have Engineering and Subsoil Services. 6, we have FHG Construction. Madam Chair, I would like to acknowledge the presence po of our prospective suppliers, leaders for consulting services. We have Lorenzo Rafael F. Arona from ECE Engineering and Surveying Representative. Nildo Latice from RS Hardin and Associates. Eduardo C. Enorga from ECE Engineering and Surveying Services. Original lang po. Original lang po. Madam Chair, dito po tayo sa opening ng technical documents. Okay, open lang, di ba? First po, ECE Engineering and Surveying Services. TPF, Technical Proposal Submission Form, signed. PhilJet Certificate of Registration, valid until February 18, 2027. DDI, valid until December 5, 2027. Business Permit, Municipality of Bula, Office, Municipality of Bula, Camarines Sur, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance, Tiagonga, Eduardo, Caratao, valid until September 4, 2026. Annual income tax return, audited financial statements, submission form, team certificate of registration, NFCC, with NFCC of 60,229,308.35. Bid securing declaration, signed and notarized. Relevant services carried out by consultant that best illustrate qualifications. Description, DPF2. Comments and suggestion of consultant on the terms of reference and on data services and facilities. 3. Description of the methodology and work plan for performing the project. 5. Organizational chart. 5. Team composition and tasks. Signed. Curriculum vitae for post-professional staff. Time schedule for professional personnel. Signed. Activity work schedule. Signed. Omnibus sworn statement. Signed and notarized. Special power of attorney.
Pass.
Next. Terms concrete testing. Bid securing declaration. Signed and notarized. Technical proposal submission form. Signed. Relevant services carried out in the last 5 years that best illustrate qualifications. Signed. Comments and suggestion of consultant on the terms of reference and on data services and facilities. Signed. Description of the methodology and work plan for performing the project. Signed. Organizational chart. Signed. Team composition and tasks. Curriculum vitae for proposed professional staff. Time schedule of proposed professional personnel. Signed. Activity work schedule. Signed. Omnibus sworn statement. Signed and notarized. Special power of attorney. Field job certificate of registration valid until November 24, 2026. List of equipment owned or leased or under purchase agreement. Signed. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership. Signed and notarized. Mateo Administrative Office Services, Bagong Pag-asa, North Triangle, Quezon City. Technical proposal submission form. Signed. Experience on completed projects. Experience on ongoing projects. Signed. Comments on TOR and data services and facilities to be provided by the procuring entity. Approach, methodology and work plan. Signed. Organizational chart for the contract and team composition. Kasama na po ang task. Statement of consultant specifying nationality and confirming that those who will actually perform the services are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body to practice those professionals and allied professionals. Curriculum vitae, professional license. Contract agreement of key personnel. Certificate of employment. Time schedule for professional personnel. Signed. Activity work schedule. Signed. Bid securing declaration. Signed and notarized. Omnibus sworn statement. Signed and notarized. Special power of attorney. Pero di ba na shortlist yun?
Sa shortlist niya, napili.
Kung ano pwede sa shortlist yun, di ba? Kung ano yung checklist ka? Oo, nakatouch.
Siya niya. Dapat yan kasi may ma-expire pa. Ay kung may mga ma-expire.
Kasi shortlisting namin, dapat sigurado i-check ko lang sa video ito yung videos na check mo sa video.
So, reading documents, copy ng checklist.
Yan ang checklist. Kasi, what if, during shortlisting, valid pa ang PJs. Tapos, during evaluation ng technical, yan na valid. So, dapat yan din sa ito.
Valid until May 18. 2027 until June.
Ang ulit. Hindi dapat sa 1207. Siguro dapat mo tayo. Nasa 1207. Okay, so tulad kasi sa technical. Search ka.
Even if you submitted a field certificate during the shortlisting stage, it is generally required to be included again in your technical proposal and for other reason. Completeness of the bidding below. Validation. So kami, andun siya sa shortlisting natin. Tapos wala nila. So, madidigyan gihapon siya failed or ineligible. Wala technical requirements.
Madam Chair, wala po attach mong chair na field job certificate of registration against our checklist. Yung checklist po natin base po sa procurement.
Madam Chair, I move to declare Mateo Administrative Office Services non-complying due to non-submission of field job certificate of registration under technical proposal.
Okay, there is a motion and seconded. So, is there any objection? So, hearing none, so the motion is approved.
Okay, next video. Moving on forward to Madam Chair, proceed po tayo sa ating next contractor from FHG Construction, Baskaran, Darga, Albay. Bid securing declaration, signed and notarized. Technical proposal submission form, signed. Relevant services carried out by the consultant that best illustrate qualifications, signed. Relevant services carried out by the consultant that best illustrates ongoing. Comment, suggestions of consultants on the terms of reference on data services and facilities. Signed. Description of the methodology and work plan for performing the project. Signed. Organizational chart for the contract. Signed. Team composition and task. Signed. Curriculum vitae of proposed staff, professional staff. Medical certificate, certificate of employment, curriculum vitae, time schedule of professional personnel, Activity work schedule, signed. Summary of workload. Omnibus sworn statements, signed and notarized. PhilJEP certificate of registration, valid until September 15, 2026. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, signed. Financial documents, NFCC. The NFCC of 259,748,310. Statement of consultant specifying its nationality and key staff for consulting services involving regulated profession. Statement on availability of required key personnel of firm. Statement on principal and key staff for consulting services involving regulated professions. List of equipment. Signed. With attached proof of ownership. Sa eligibility talaga.
Kasi sa shortlisting, ito na siya.
Sa ano ka, sa instruction. Sa instruction to leaders pa na dapat kasabay siya. Gawin yun yung sa guys. Checklist tayo. Checklist tayo. Medyo bago yun. Kaya ako pa naka-experience kaya ako. Pa-research tayo sa ito. Kaya dahil siya ngayon, taduwa pa mo. Next, RS Ardeen and Associates, Engineering and Consultant Architects Contractors. Kasi, Batasan Hills, Quezon City. PhilJEP Certificate of Registration, valid until October 1, 2026. Bid securing declarations, signed and notarized. Brief description of the firm. Experience on completed projects and government and private contracts. TPS form. Technical proposal submission form. Sorry. Experience on ongoing projects. Comments and suggestions of the consultant to the terms and references. Description of the methodology and work plan for the performing project. Organizational chart. Team composition and tasks. Curriculum vitae of proposed professionals. Time schedule of professional personnel. Activity work schedule. Omnibus sworn statement. Signed and notarized. Special power of attorney.
Pass.
EV soil drilling and geotechnical engineering services. Quezon City. Deed securing declaration, signed and notarized. Technicals proposal submission form, signed. Relevant services carried out by the consultant that best illustrate qualification, signed. Comments and suggestions of consultants on the terms of reference and on data, services, and facilities to be provided by the procuring entity. Description of the approach, methodology, and work plan for the performing the project. Work plan and schedule. Organizational chart. Team composition and task. Statement of consultant's nationality. Curriculum vitae for the proposed professional staff. List of permanent technical personnel. Contract of employment. Certificate of employment. Time schedule of professional personnel. Activity work schedule. Omnibus sworn statement signed and notarized. Certificate as to compliance of existing labor laws and standards, signed and notarized. Affidavit of non-inclusion in the blacklist, signed and notarized. Affidavit of disclosure of no relationship, signed and notarized. Special power of attorney, integrity law. Phillips, papalo mo nila. Yan si Times, yan si Times. labo ba na? Mapas na po dyan.
Dito na ito pala lahat.
Ito na pa mo naman sa akin. Kasama sa GCCC.
The technical proposal shall contain the following information and documents. Technical proposal submission form, Geotechnical administration, security, information indicated in the paragraph sa mga description of organization, outline, organization of chart, functionality, time schedule, work plan, activity, yan yung mga
Kasama
nasa
sa GCCC.
statement RA 2609.
Tama po yun.
Kung ang subdivision documents, sabihin dito siya sa section section 12. 12.2. Additional conditions.
Magagawin niya mo sa GOCC ka. GCC. General Conditions of Water.
General conditions of water.
12.2.
Page 36. Page 36. Ang BDRM.
GCC.
GCC. Kasi nilagay din ng ano din eh. For short listing na ano. Ano ba Shortlist ka lang.
Section.
Kaya, section 12.2. 12.2.
Yeah.
Ano pa yung shortlist?
Technical proposal, surfacing the following information. Ano siya sa instruction procedure?
General. Ako.
Yan talaga.
Kaya, sabi mo,
Technical proposal sa
Lapit na.
CFP1, tapos yung checks. CFP1, another related forms. Insecurity.
mayroon pa siyang budget.
Ano pala?
Lapit na. Buwan na ano siya. Buwan na yun.
Ayan. Tapos nasa checklist.
Oo, nasa checklist. Yung pala,
Sureness wala talaga.
so,
Madam Chair, wala pong naka-attach na PGM certificate.
Okay, Madam Chair, upon review of the submitted eligibility and technical documents, it was noted that the bidder failed to submit their PhilJet certificate of registration. Therefore, I move to declare EV Soil and Geotechnical Engineering Services non-compliant.
ay, second one.
Okay, there is a motion and second. Is there any objection? So hearing none, the motion is approved.
Okay na po. Madam Chair, since na-open na po natin, ma-inform na lang po tayo pag na-reach na po, naka-rating na po tayo sa technical. So, may schedule po.
21.
Before 21, manapis na lang po kami.
Okay, so noted po. So, ayan po. Is there
Announce ko
any,
na lang doon kasi ang iba nakikita talaga sa
The results po ng technical evaluation will be on July.
no, opening.
Opening.
Nakapasa sa 70%.
Those contractors lang po ma-reach ang minimum na 75 points sa technical rating. Siya lang po ang ma-open na financial. Yun lang.
okay, so noted po. So for 25 FL 037 and sa goods. So the reminders po, so all submitted documents will undergo bid evaluation. The hope reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract in the situations under Section 70 Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Republic Act 12009 or the New Government Procurement Act. For compliance under Section 61 in the Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Republic Act 12009, members of the BAC, its staff and personnel, Secretariat and TWG, as well as observers, are prohibited from making or accepting any communication with any bidder regarding the evaluation of their bids until the issuance of the notice of award. However, the BAC, through its Secretariat, may ask the bidder in writing for clarification of its bid. All responses to request for clarification shall be in writing. So is there, may mga questions pa po, clarifications?